All right. The Yankees beat the Cardinals 4-3. Uh Cleveland lost, which is good. So now the Yankees are a full game ahead in the last wild card spot. I don't know about y'all, man, but watching these games is like, I'm gonna be honest, man. This team is so uninspiring. I don't know if is it just me, man. Let me know in the chat because when I watch this team, it's crazy. I'm so uninspired watching this team. Now I'm here just sitting watching the game. But it's like, come on, this is a team we should. Granted, we won 4-3. It shouldn't even been that close. Really, we should have won by a lot more. Luis Hill looked good. But again, Yankees just, I don't know. It seemed like they were looking for a way to lose. Um, the Yankees were 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position today, which is not what you want to see, especially like nobody we faced today. We didn't. It's not like we was facing top notch pitching or anything like that. I expect more from this team, especially in crunch time right now. We getting to the second half of August. Season's pretty much winding down, and still like this team. I don't want to say it's not a sense of urgency or anything, but man, this team they're just so uninspiring. Even watching the Cardinals, man, you seen that center fielder? I forgot his name, making plays, diving catches and stuff. Like, I don't know. This team just doesn't seem that hungry to me. Doesn't seem that hungry. Say hello to that's Roxy. This is my baby girl right here. You want to go down? Go down. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they make it so difficult. Like this game shouldn't even have been close. Really. What are we doing here? Um, the offense is pretty much non-existent. Besides the 3 runs they put up in the first inning, Jazz Chisholm had a line drive, 2-run home run, and that was pretty much it. It really was. Like this team is, I don't know. This team, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this. They're uninspiring, and like I'm waiting for something to like ignite this team and to like something to spark this team and show me something that I can hold on to and be like, okay, this team looks like they have some fight, but they really don't. And I'm gonna be honest, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, uh, but I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Just I don't know. If you look at the box score, um, it's not much to see in the box score either. Grisham went 0 for 3. Ben Rice 2 for 5. Judge 0 for 4. Look, I don't know what's going on with Judge. I am convinced Judge is still hurt. Like he needs to probably just shut it down. That's what I'd rather have. And this is crazy. I'd rather have Stanton out there, a healthy Stanton, than a hurt Judge. You could tell it's just something is off with Judge. Maybe he should not. Maybe they rushed him back too fast. I think at this point he's not really helping the team much anyway. You might as well just put Stanton in there and let him get healthy. Let him rest up. Bellinger 0 for 5. Jazz Chisholm 1 for 3 with that 2-run home run. Volpe 0 for 4. It's a lot of 0 4s right here. Dominguez 1 for 4. That's pretty much it. Like I said, nothing much to be excited about with this team. And I'm looking, when I'm watching the Yankees now, I'm looking for something that I could say, man, something to get me excited about this team. To be like, you know what? Like we could still do this. We could still do this. And really, I think us fans, we're probably more excited about it than they are. Because they really don't look excited. They don't play like like they don't play like they have a sense of urgency. And look, I'm not saying that I need to see players kicking coolers and stuff like that, but it's like you could tell the Cardinals were out there trying to kick our ass, right? And I didn't get the same feeling by the Yankees. The Yankees are just out there playing another game. It's like it's another game, whatever. Bullpen almost blew it again. Um, I mean, but on the brighter side of things, Luis Hill looked really good, right? He looked really good. But then again, like, is he gonna like? Can he catapult this team? Can one person catapult this team over the hump or whatever it is that for some reason we can't get over? Right? It seems like this team cannot. It's like it's missing something. You know, you ever had like you ate, I don't know, a dish or something, and you're like, this thing is missing. So I can't put my finger on it, but it's missing an ingredient. And that's what this team is. It's like missing something. It really is. And at this point, you know, past the deadline, whatever it's missing, we're not going to be able to get it. You know, either this team's going to have to dig deep, like really, they got to really dig deep and figure out who the hell they are and really make a run at this, or just keep playing lackluster, uninspiring baseball. Because that's what I watched today. I don't know about you guys, but me, I watched watching this game. I was like, oh my goodness, man. We play down to every team, and we don't play up to the teams we should be playing up to. And that's just what it is. Let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Demon D says, what's good? Great win. Let's go Yankees. A win is a win, but I wouldn't call it a great win. I wouldn't call it. When you go 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position, and you literally almost give away the game, because that's what they almost gave away the game today. Yeah, I want to say a great win. Because look, and this is why I say this, Demon D, because a team like the Cardinals, right? They won't be able to capitalize on a lot of the mistakes we made today. But when you're playing a good team, when we facing a good team, when we go face the Red Sox or if we face the Blue Jays or the Astros or these good teams, they're gonna make us pay. They will make us pay. So this game that we won today against a really good team, we're not winning this game. Now when you're going 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position, pass balls left and right, walking people, just I don't know. Again, man, this team is uninspiring to me right now. Hey Katie, what's up? Susan, what's up, Susan? Roy, my guy, Roy, what's up, man? I'm doing better, man. I had my pre-op today, so next on the 26th, I'm gonna have another surgery, and hopefully I'll get back to 100%, man. Because I don't know if you hear, I'm like short. I'm out of breath even when I talk because I feel my kidneys real, like the pressure in it. I know it's hard to explain, but it doesn't feel good. Met since 1986. What's up, man? Susan says the thing is, even when Stanton is healthy, his legs aren't good. He can't run. Yeah, but he can hit. Right now, my thing with Judge is not hitting at all. He really isn't. Like, and I'm more concerned with, like, is he really hurt? Like, is he still hurt? And if that's the case, then why are we pushing the issue? Like, just sit him down. He's not really that productive right now. So you might as well just sit him down. That's what I think. Nathan, what's up, man? Nita said pre-birthday win for him. Oh, happy birthday, man. Happy early birthday to you. Demon D, we gotta get over that hump and keep winning. Let's go Yankees. Yeah, man, but I don't know. Look, man, I hate to sound like this too, but this team is they don't show me anything. I like every game I'm watching these games and I'm looking for something to show me, like, okay, like show me something. You know, some kind of sign that this team can actually do it. And I don't see anything, man. I don't get that from watching this team. I really don't. It looks like they're just going through the motions. Another game. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. And it's like, then you had Dominguez sitting down for like a whole 3 games, a whole series, right? They play him today. Even though he didn't really make a difference, he did have an RBI. Almost missed a ball out there in the outfield. It's just a lot of things with this team that makes me feel like, man, like, you know, like it's gonna be, barring a miracle, right? It's gonna be crazy. Even when I look at them in the dugout, right? I don't see much team chemistry. To be honest, I don't like. I don't know. This is something off with this team. I can't put my finger on it really, but there's something off in this team. I don't know if it's the chemistry or what it is. It just doesn't seem like a team that's really gelling. What's up, Ken? Yolo says they were horrendous at bats. Runners in scoring position, 3 for 17. Come on, and that's what I was saying, Yolo. That like you could get away with that with the Cardinals. You might be, and they almost didn't because they almost gave this game away. You can get away with that with this team, but when you're playing a decent team, you're not going to get away with the way they played out there today. And that's the stuff. That's what really bothers me. You know, that's why I can't get excited when like when we won the first two games versus the Twins. How can I get excited about that, right? You're supposed to do that. You're facing mediocre pitching, below mediocre pitching. You're supposed to jump on them, Like, it's really tough to get excited about this team. It really is. Until I see them go out there and really, like today should have been a game where we should have whooped St. Louis's butt, We should have put a crooked number on the scoreboard, got everybody going. There should have been hits all up and down the lineup. There was plenty of opportunities for guys to come through in big situations today. We didn't get it, obviously. Fortunately, it was enough to walk away with the win. But again, we really almost gave that up. We gotta do better than this. That's all I'm gonna say. We have to do better than this. But looking at the standings right now, we are a full game now ahead of the Cleveland Guardians, which is really not saying much. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It's not saying much, but at least look, we're a full game there, right? You got the Kansas City Royals 3.5 games behind us there. Just missed opportunities after missed opportunities. We keep missing opportunities, I could think of a bunch of times already where the Blue Jays have lost, or, the Seattle's lost, Boston has lost, and we couldn't come up with a win. This is not good, man. When you look at the standing, looking at these standings right now, how's Seattle, right? 3 games up on the wild card. It's incredible. It really is. When you think of where we were, like in the end of May, early June, to where this team is now, it's mind-boggling. Like, it's not okay, really. When you look at where we were to where we're at now, like, you really should be thinking about heads rolling. Considering the payroll of this team, you really got to be, like, some people's jobs should be on the line right now. You know what I mean? People's jobs literally should be on the line. Are they? I would hope so, because this cannot be tolerated. It can't be accepted. Like, this is unacceptable, especially for the Yankees, right? And especially for any team. If you're paying $320 million or whatever the payroll is right now, you expect more than that, right? And what they'll say is, right, when the season's over, but they made it to the playoffs. If they make it to the playoffs, we made it to the playoffs though. We haven't had a losing season, right? In terms of being above 500, more wins than losses in however many years. And that's all smoke and mirrors, because in reality, they know that this is unacceptable. They know that this is just, it's not okay. Right? But that's what they'll say. That's what they'll say. And a lot of us will fall for it. A lot of us will fall for it. and we'll be like, yeah, well, at least we finished above 500. I'm like, yeah, that's like the bare minimum when you spend 320 million every year. That's the bare minimum. Okay, cute dog it's a girl. That's a girl. Hey, Roxy, what are you doing? Get away. Yep. Let me see what we got. Roy says, I know ugly win is a win. Really upset about the guys left on base. Way too many. Yeah, man. Nita says, wish you appreciate it, Nita, man. Appreciate it. I'm getting there. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, right now, as I'm talking, I feel like I have a lot of pressure in my kidneys and it makes me like short of breath, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Susan says, Brian Cashman's trade deadline acquisitions are really not much except for Bednar. Volpe shouldn't be playing shortstop. We can't put the Martian in the field. Yeah, the thing with Jason Dominguez, man, he's a liability, and he almost proved it again today. He made the catch. It's crazy because he makes catches. It makes it seem like a great catch, but really, it's the route he took is so awkward that when he makes the catch, it's like, whoa, it looks like a great catch. But as far as Volpe playing shortstop, like the Yankees really need to look. They need to look into, if you could find a better shortstop, you get him, right, and you play him over Volpe. But right now Volpe hasn't really been an issue as of late. Well, granted, he went 0 for 4 today, but it's just this team has so many holes. This team could go cold like in an instant. Like it's crazy. It really is. They're so streaky. And I'm starting to think, maybe they just can't hit good pitching. Because it seems like whenever we face, even though we didn't really face good pitching today, but whenever we face like a guy like Joe Ryan the other day or something like that, it seems like this lineup completely falls off the face of the earth. They can't do anything. But we pounce, but we pounce on the subpar pitching. Damn. Yeah, Demon D said, I'm just happy with the W. Yeah, you're right, though. At this point, we just got to keep stacking W's. Keep stacking W's. But, it's like, is it false hope, though, really? Is it false hope? That's my question, right? Is this false hope? Granted, at least hope is hope, though, right? As long as we can make it to the playoffs, there's a chance, right, that we could win it all. But, at the same time, I'm thinking, like, really, is it false hope? I don't know. And maybe it's just me lately. I don't know. When I watch this team, I've been uninspired. And when you think about the this entire season, really, like, has there been a game really where you were like, like they came back and fought? It seems like every game that this team has come back and fought hard, we ended up getting kicked in the teeth late and losing. You know, um, but when you look at the line, when you look at the players we have, right, we should be better than this. And I guess that's the one thing that I cling on to. That when I look at who we have on the talent on this team, I feel like if they all just figured it out, if they all got it to click at the same time, like maybe something can happen, right? So that's a good thing, at least. At the very minimum, at least we look at the team and we say, okay, we do have we have some talent on this team. We just got to get them to play better. Thank you, Susan. Says feel better. Yeah, I'm getting there. What do you know? What do you mean? What do you know? Oh, I'm back. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I told you, man. I'm gonna try to be up on here every day, whether I'm feeling good or not. I'm gonna try, man. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying, man. I really am. Roy says Jason Dominguez looks bad. But God, they don't play him for like 5 games, and you can't expect him to come out there playing great. Boone is a major boonhead. I don't get his lineups. Yeah, you know, today when they put Paul Goldschmidt out there, and then granted, I guess it was a day off, so maybe he got some rest. I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was hurt. It makes me feel like a lot of this stuff is BS. You know, like why couldn't he come in on Wednesday in Wednesday's game late and pinch hit for Austin Wells? Just certain things like that, man. It's just I don't know. I really don't. Like I said, the one thing that I could say about this team is like on paper, when you look at the names and you look at the players we have talent. So that's my hope, right? Like maybe these guys just find it, you know? Maybe they just find it and start cooking, really, because that's what we need. We need them to go on a tear. I'm talking about a freaking tear where against good teams, where we're beating good teams. Uh, Austin Cruz, what's up, man? This is not okay that the team in the last 3 years. Wait, it's not okay that this team in the last 3 years, the Yankees in the summer months, they play like trash. It's annoying, and you're right. The team spending all the money, that's barely a playoff team. Yeah, it's not okay, man. It's unacceptable. I don't care if they make the playoffs. Like the way, even if they happen to squeeze into the playoffs, right? Unless they win it all or go deep into the playoffs, it won't matter. It really won't, because compared to where we were just 2 months ago, this team is a train wreck. Like, let's be honest, it's a train wreck. They can try to make it look like it's all good and dandy, right? But right now, it's like a controlled burn. You know, it's a controlled burn. That's what the Yankees are. It's a controlled burn. They know this is on fire. It's a dumpster fire, and they're trying to control it pretty much. But we'll see. There's no reason why you should have the Cleveland Guardians a game behind you for the final wild card spot. It's just unacceptable in the middle of August. It's crazy. Problem is Howe doesn't like to fire people. Wish George will come back. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna have to do something. I think they don't like to fire people and everything, but it's getting to the point where it's this it's becoming so loud and so obvious to everybody, especially with like mainstream media. Because us YouTubers and stuff have been saying this for a minute, like this whole like a lot of these guys need to be fired. But when you have the mainstream media saying like, yeah, even your own broadcasters are kind of giving you the manager the side eye, like, well, what's going on here? What are they doing? It's I think it's coming to an end real soon for Boone, Cash, for somebody. Something major is gonna have to change, especially if they don't make it, or even if they make it and they get bounced in the first wild card. Something's gonna have to change. What's up, CT? This lineup has way too many holes. Yeah. Sunil says we're facing a good pitcher tomorrow. Our former guy, Sonny Gray. Yep, we'll see. We'll see what they do. And that's a good segue to bring up Sonny Gray versus Max Fried tomorrow. Hopefully we get pre-All-Star break Max Fried, right? Because since the All-Star break, he has not really been himself. Really isn't. Really hasn't. Sonny Gray, unfortunately, man, it didn't work out for him in New York. Seems like that's the case for a lot of players. Um, but on the season, he's a good pitcher, but he's not having his best year, right? Definitely not having his best year. But this is a guy that we know can have Cy Young stuff, right? At any moment. So we'll see. Hopefully we can hit him, because I don't trust this team against good pitching. I really don't. Jason O says there'll be an easy out when they face elite pitching. Yeah, probably Go take three or four from Boston, then I'll buy back in. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need something, man. I need this team to do something to really, really get me excited about them again. Because I'm not. Maybe it's just me, right? Maybe it's just me. But like I said, this team does not. They don't. There's nothing exciting about this team, really. Really isn't. I mean, at least Luis Hill looked good today. But even that is like, okay, at least two back-to-back starts, he looked really good, and we could build off that. But then against the Cardinals, like I'd like to see it against a stronger lineup. Then I could really be like, okay, Luis is back. Luis is back. Soon as says, I just dropped by to drop a like for my fellow IT nerd. I'm in the middle of an AI white belt course. Take AI white belt course track and taking Google Cloud Computing fundamentals. I want to. I'm gonna start doing like. I'm gonna start like taking all those courses, like trying to get my certs up. After yeah, that's good though. I'm gonna look into that. It's good to have those certifications, man. The talent's only on paper. I'm hoping that it manifests itself off the paper and into reality. That's all we need, man. We really like as the season starts winding down, it like you know it's frustrating. It's really frustrating this team because I'm watching them play on the field and I don't see any kind of fight. I don't see any I don't know. I don't even have the word. Like I don't see any spirit in them. They just look dead. Like they look like a team that's just going through the motions. They really are just going through the motions. Um, and then when I look at a team like even the Cardinals, like you could tell they were in the game more than we were. Like they out there freaking screaming, making diving plays at center field, pumped up, and we're just going through the motions. Just going through the motions. Same old Yankees going through the motions. Not a good look. Not a good look. Jason O says we need Judge to get going, and he's been slumping. My thing with Judge, man, I feel like he's still hurt. His swing just ain't the same. Even sometimes he hits the like certain balls that he connects with that are usually home runs are not even going far like that. So I'd be interested to see. I haven't looked at this, but like his bat speed, stuff like that. Like, is his bat speed taking has it taken a hit? Um, just things like that, man. His exit velo and stuff, because he just doesn't seem the same. He really doesn't. Cleveland is now a game and a half behind. Let's see. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, you're right. A game and a half. I mean, this. I guess if that helps you sleep better a little bit, right? This team is a wild card playing exit like 2021. Yeah, man. $300 mess. And they were supposed to be happy. And we're supposed to be happy with the third wild card spot. Exactly. Exactly. Susan says, Susan says, Susan, I'll make AI boss, Mr. Come on, this dude. This dude, real Bill P. What's up, my brother? Someone told me that I could find some guy named Jason. Yeah, man, I'm back, man. I'm trying, doing my best, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still hurting though, guys. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice when I talk. I feel like I don't know. I feel a certain pressure right here, but we're gonna make it, man, because this team, is I'd rather deal with the kidney stones than watch this team sometimes, man. No, I'm joking. Uh, we'll see. Tomorrow we go up against Sonny Gray. Look, there's still anything can happen, right? There's what 40 games left or something like that. Anything can happen. But this team, they gotta find a spark, and they gotta find it fast. They really, really do. They really gotta find something, man. They gotta dig deep and figure this out, because there's no reason why. Like, at this point, I think it's safe to say we're probably not gonna catch up to the Blue Jay. We're not gonna take this division. Uh, Most likely. We're 6.5 games back. It could happen, but it's not looking like that's the case. So 6.5 games back. We gotta pounce on these teams. Find a way to get right. Find a winning formula. Like, can we have a winning formula? Boom. Can you find a way, something that works? Okay. Stop trying to freaking reinvent the wheel. Let's get a winning formula. Even if we if we squeeze in and we a wild card team, okay, so be it. At least we're in. We still have a chance, but we gotta get hot at the right time. We need to start getting these players right. Like I said, all this talent on this team on paper, we have all this talent. Like, we gotta start, they gotta start clicking. We gotta start playing well, get some team chemistry. Because it's been looking, this team is uninspiring, dude. For real. Stephen B, what's up, man? You got to put a space between the sunny and the gray. Let me see. But I pulled up the stats right here if you want to see it. The sunny gray stats is 4.06 ERA. But we already know the ERA doesn't really tell the whole story, because if you look at it, his strikeouts to innings pitch is all right. His whip is not bad. Not great, but not bad. And again, Max Fried hasn't been he hasn't been the same Max Fried that we've grown to love, right? Especially in the first half of the season. And then, I feel like a guy like Sonny Gray, when he plays the Yankees, he kind of plays with a little chip on his shoulder. So we'll see what he brings tomorrow. We'll see. And we know that he has Cy Young stuff. So false hope is bad, even if the Yankees make the playoffs. Let me get to somebody. Jonathan, what's up, Jonathan? Right now I have it closed, so hold on, let me open it up. I have it only for the members right now, but I'm gonna open it up to everybody. Go ahead and try it again, Jonathan. Real Bill says, we had better make the playoffs. I just got my neon signs. Ace was good. My guy Ace is in the building. Yeah. Hey, real Bill, man, I appreciate it. Real Bill was while I was in the hospital and stuff, sending me a lot of emails, encouraging me. I appreciate it, Real Bill. I really do. And all of you guys, man, everybody who all of y'all, man. I love all of you guys. You'd be surprised, man. Don't think I wasn't thinking of y'all. Don't think I didn't read every get well soon and stuff like that. I appreciate all of that stuff. I really do. Katie says, at least we won. That's a good thing. Yeah, it is. But the thing is, a win is a win, but it's not a good win in my opinion. I still seen so much wrong that I'm like, against a real team, we against a good team, we would have got spanked today. We would have not won this game. Against a team like, even like the Astros or the Blue Jays, they would have killed us. Woken, my brother, what's up, man? False hope. Belly needs to stop taking golf swings. His on base percentage is horrific last 15 games. I think at this point, Belly, he sees the bag, man. Belly's looking for that bag, and he's like, bro, if I could stack on an extra, 10 home runs before the season's up, that's what I think he's looking at. I really do. Let me look up his numbers. Cody Bellinger's looking for a contract right now. I think he's trying to get to 30 home runs. If he could keep his average like 270, 30 home runs, walk away with maybe 80, 90 RBIs, bro, that he's gonna get paid. He is. Cody, what's Steven saying? Katie, I think Boone trying to lose it on purpose. It's sometimes it feels like that, right? But and it's crazy, like all the acquisitions that we made at the deadline. It's like, man, in true Yankee fashion, man, it seems like a lot of them would just not work out. David Bednar, he's been really good, right? So I give him a lot of props. Doval, Doval, he seems like sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't. He's just his command is all over the place. Freaking Jake Bird is Jake Bird is butt cheeks, man. That dude's in AAA. It's crazy, dude. He's one of the guys, and he's not even here. Austin Slater pulled a hamstring immediately. He's gone, right? Um, I don't know, man. I like McMahon at third because his defense is great and everything. I just wish that he's slug more. Like I think he had a double today, so that's good. Uh, he's a solid player. I don't have no complaints about Ryan McMahon except that he gets paid a lot of money, right? But compared to what we had there with Peraza and Yorbi Vivas, like this is a huge upgrade. So this is shoot you in the hospital. I didn't even have your contact details or anything. Yeah, everything's better. I'll be back in the hospital next week though, unfortunately. But not next week, the week after next. But then hopefully after that, man, I'll be back to normal. Back to 100%. Well, because I'm okay with the eighth hitter having a 370 on base percentage. Bro, a 370 on base percentage, man. And you're the eighth hitter. That's crazy. Yeah, we got McMahon for defense. Yeah, his defense has been really good. Don't get me wrong, I like McMahon. I'm happy with the trade. It's worked out so far. I do feel like I don't know. What I like about him the most, right? Besides the defense, like I don't have to worry about defense with him. That's one good thing. It doesn't even cross my mind. I don't get scared. Like when Vivas was there and some of these guys, or even when Jazz was playing third, whenever they like hit something down the line or to third base, I would get like kind of a little scared. His throws are perfect. Everything. It doesn't even cross my mind. I don't even worry about it at all. Um, and I like that he's come through in big spots so far this year, and hopefully that continues. Like I didn't look. I'd rather you. I'd rather you get like one. Right, I'd rather you bat 200, but you get real meaningful hits. When you do get hits, they really count. Then you batting 250, 275, but it's a whole bunch of empty stats, a bunch of solo home runs that don't matter, a bunch of singles um that don't matter, stuff like that. I like somebody who I can count on to at least put the ball in play, man. And some of these guys, it sounds crazy, right? Because these are Major League Baseball players, but some of these guys, I'm afraid they can't even put the ball in play. Like a guy like Austin Wells, sometimes, you know, and we saw a lot of it today too. Not being able to move runners over and stuff. Some of these guys, like I don't even trust them to put the ball in play. It's as simple as that sounds, right? Just don't strike out. But no, I don't want to trash the Yankees too much, but I don't know. We got to get better. Stephen B's dealing with strep throat. Yeah, man. Yeah, it sucks too. At least this is a different kind. It's not like I don't know, man. I thought I was fine because I had stones before, but once that stuff started getting infected in my kidney, it got real scary, man. I'm not gonna lie. I guess I started feeling like this wasn't just an ordinary kidney stone pain. It's just like my body felt like it was failing. I was starting to get sick, you know. I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. But it was a little scary there for a second. But I'm gonna be all right, man. I'm built to last. Okay, and he understands his role, doesn't go for home runs, unlike in Coors Field. I like McMahon for now, even if he doesn't slug. Yeah, but I like to, man. I'm waiting for McMahon to just hit a bomb, dude. I feel like it's in him. Like and it's gonna be it's gonna be one that we really, really need. Watch a big clutch home run. He's gonna come through eventually and do it. I feel like it. See, this is too many people left on base today. Yep, three for 17 with runners in scoring position. That's not gonna do it. I still have no faith in this team. Man. I'm gonna be honest, like I hear you guys and I feel the same way, man, but it sucks, right? Doesn't that suck when you're watching this team, the team you love and everything, and especially, considering all the talent, the amount of talent we have on this team, the amount of money they put in the payroll and everything, the fact that we went to the World Series last year, to watch the team and be like, man, like Celia just said, I have no faith in this team. Or like I said earlier, like this team is uninspiring. Like I watch this team and they literally they make me depressed. I'm like, what is going on? Like it's just not good, you know. And sometimes I catch highlights of other teams, right? Or watching some of these other teams, like the Brewers are playing out of their mind, even though I believe they got spanked today by the Reds. Um, it's like, man, when like you watch, that's like good baseball. It's exciting. That's what I want my Yankees to be. But instead, man, we got these guys going out there, and it looks like they just going through the motions. Just going, they could care less, man. You know, if they don't make it to the playoffs or they get kicked, they get eliminated early. That's more vacation time. That's an extra month off for them to go enjoy their millions of dollars that they make. You know, unfortunately, man, that's how it is. Duvall needs to get his control fixed. I want to see Bird back, see if he's better. Yeah, I think yeah, sending Jake Bird down right away. I get it, but dang, man. That we just got this dude. He was supposed to be a big trade piece. And he did give up he did blow some big games, right? He gave us some big home runs and stuff, but he has looked good too when he came with us. Like the stuff is there. He has his slider's filthy. It's just I don't know, sometimes that slider or that sweeper or whatever you want to call it, it just turns into a big cement mixer and he gets crushed. But I want to see him back sooner than later. You're right, Roy. Like I think they need to bring Bird back up. Um and just don't put him in high leverage situations. Right? Just don't. I'd rather look. I trust Jake Bird more than I trust Devin Williams right now. All right. I mean, that's just me, but just bring him up. You know, get him up here. I'm sure they will eventually. Um, hopefully he's fixed some stuff or whatever, and you know, let's see what he got. Jake says they left so many people on base today. Didn't look like a playoff team to me. Yeah, especially off of mediocre pitching, right? I understand if you're playing like a team, like you facing some grade A pitchers, right? But it was none of that. We're playing the Cardinals. There's no reason why you should be 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position. Just unacceptable. Granted, a W's a W. We'll take it, right? A win's a win. But you need this. Like when I watch a game like today, I ask myself, would the Yankees, if we were playing the Blue Jays, if we were playing the Tigers, right, or a team like that, will we still have came away with the win today? And I don't think we would have, man. This was one of those games like we were literally giving it away. Like we were looking for a way to lose. We just happened to pull it off, but I think against a better team, man, they take advantage of those mistakes and those the inability to hit with runners in scoring position, and they get us. Steve Real Bill says, "I just got my field knife sharpened. My X-Acto knife blades are ready." What the hell, dude? And needle and thread. Let's do this. What are you? This dude's trying to give a freaking give somebody field surgery. You crazy? A dub is a dub. Yeah, it is, but not all dubs are created equally, right? I get it. A dub is a dub, but that play that we saw today, that ain't gonna fly versus these better teams. That was my whole thing. That's my whole point. Like today, we should have won 10-4, 10-3, whatever it was. That's how we should have won, considering how many people we had on base that we just left stranded. Uh, Only 9 teams in MLB are batting 300 average. Yeah, I think in the whole National League, there's only one player that's batting 300 or better. I get it, man. Like the average. Like I'm not saying that everybody got to go out there and bat 300 and stuff. That's not the case. But it's just tonight there was just so many opportunities for the Yankees to score. There was so many, just a lot of the little things that have been killing us all year. I was seeing in this game, right? But we kind of, especially in a win, right? Whenever you get a win, you kind of brush all that stuff under the table. You kind of sweep it under the rug, whatever. But it eventually comes back, man. And like I said, I think we was playing a better team. They would have took advantage of us, and we would have been in trouble. You can't go 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position, man. It's not good. Not good. And then hold on, looking for the box score. Where's my? All right. And then the Cardinals went 2 for 9, so they didn't do much better anyway. But that's what I'm saying. I guess a better team, it'd be a different story there. Different story. I see a lot of 0-4s, 0-4s in the lineup today. They came back against the Reds. Who, the Brewers? No way. The last time I checked, the Reds had scored like 7 runs in 1 inning versus the Brewers. And I just briefly just happened to tune in, and I was like, what's going on here? And they had scored like 7 runs. I was like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, they came back. Look, that's a team right there. Look at the score, 10-8 Brewers. That's a team that's relentless right there. That's a team that finds ways to win. And look at their manager, right? See, look, you see their manager, Pat Murphy. That's the kind of guy I want. Some guy a hard nosed, not really too hard, but he's just a no nonsense, whatever. I'm not gonna say older person, but just kind of like an old school baseball mentality. Just no nonsense. He's in there and he's gonna get the job done. If you can't get it done, it doesn't matter what your name is, right? You can't get the job done, you're out of there. You're out of there, buddy. Simple as that. And I'll say it again. What he made a quote, Pat Murphy. He was like, some of these guys, they don't know if he was like they play like they have what was it? He said some of these guys on this team, they have no idea if they're gonna be in the major leagues tomorrow. Like this today could be their last game in the major leagues. And he said, I like it that way. He's like, and I want them to feel like that. So that way it gives them something to play for, makes them play a little harder. And I was like, man, that's crazy right there. Imagine if some of these guys on this team, right, on our Yankees team, imagine if guys like Wells, all these younger guys in particular, right? Imagine if today could be their last game in the big leagues. Don't you think they play a little harder? Don't you think they pay a little more attention to the little things, the fundamentals and stuff? So that's all I'm saying. D channel was good, man. I think so. Sinu says, "Are you saying McMahon will have his Tino Martinez moment soon?" I think that he's gonna have it. It's gonna be he's gonna have his big moment. You know, he's already had some good moments, but it's gonna be a bigger one. I feel like hopefully, if not, it is what it is. But I think he will. Yeah, the Brewers won. That's what I was just looking at right there. I thought they were gonna lose because when look, I'm so used to the Yankees. When the Yankees go down like that, when it's like freaking 8-3 or whatever it was, you could pretty much call it it's over. But this not the Brewers. They end up coming back. Yeah. Once Cole went down and Schmidt went down, we kept playing fill-ins. You can't win with fill-ins. Yeah, but it's even worse than that, to be honest. It's I think yeah, if Cole look, let's say Cole was not hurt, right? Let's say he didn't get hurt and he's still on this team. Do you think we're much better than we are now? Like think about it. You know, Garrett Cole won Cy Young in 2023, right? He won the Cy Young award in 2023. The season we didn't even make the playoffs. I don't think I don't think even with trust me with Garrett Cole the team would be in better shape, but I don't think we'd be that much better. So a lot of these games are lost by simple mistakes. A lot of these games were lost by managerial decisions that like that baffled anybody. That make no sense. So in games like that, man, I don't care what you got on the field. You can't win those games like that. You really can't. Williams is gone at the end of the season. Why Boone insists on playing him, I'll never know. Yeah, they should have traded Williams. That's what I was saying. They should have traded him before the trade deadline. They should have traded him and got whatever you can get for him. They didn't though. And look, and I'm one of those people. Look, I was happy with the trade when we got Williams. I was super happy, and I'm thinking we're gonna get the Devin Williams that on paper has been the best closer or one of the best relievers in the game the last 5 or so years, right? But we didn't get that. Instead, we got the complete opposite. We have the worst reliever ever, it seems like. And but at that point I was like, I didn't have no confidence in him. Why he or I don't know why when we made these trades, they were like, he's still the closer. I'm like, why? What has he done to deserve it? Like, he hasn't even earned it at all. He's the closer based on what he did 5 years ago, but based on what he's shown us this year, him alone, right? Devin Williams alone has blown enough games, right, for us that if we take all those games and add him as all the games he blew is enough to put us back in first place. Think about that, right? We were 6.5 games behind the Blue Jays. He literally has blown more than 6.5 games. It may not count as blown saves because some of them were not save opportunities, but believe you me, he's blown at least 7, 8 games that I could think of off the top of my head. And some of those are Boone's fault too for even considering putting him in. It is what it is. Can Judge show the analytics Boone for him to sit and stand play instead? I think Judge, because I think if Judge says I'm sitting today, he's sitting. If Judge says I'm playing, he's playing. Judge has that weight. He does. Low key, he has that kind of, I would say LeBron James kind of pull with the organization, but he definitely has pull. If he says something, people listen. But I think Judge really wants to play. But I think that he's at this point. Look, and this is gonna sound crazy because we talking about Judge here. I think he's hurting the team more than he's hurting us more than he's doing us any good. Right? Nobody really knows. Like he's slumping, right? You could say he's slumping, but to me, I feel like he's still hurt. That's what I really think it is. The guy's still hurt. He's hurt. Um, and I'd rather just have Giancarlo out there who's been mashing lately. That's just me. Until he gets better. And why risk it? That's another thing. Why risk it? Why risk, you know, injuring himself even more? I don't know. It's only one showing. They had one error. I thought it was more than one error. Hmm. Stephen B says that's the same thing I think, Jason. Their mistakes can't happen and keeps happening under clown manager. Yeah, man. I think the mistakes like that, it like when you make a mistake, that's on the player, right? It becomes the manager's issue when it keeps happening and happening and nothing changes. Now it's the manager's problem because it's like, hey, this guy keeps doing the same thing. They keep doing the same thing and nothing happens. And that's where all the accountability talk and all that stuff comes in. Um, and then people like to say, well, we don't know what the conversations they have behind closed doors. It doesn't matter whatever the conversation is that they have behind closed doors. It's not working because every year it's the same thing over and over and over. You know, Brewers got rid of Stearns and they're still good. Yeah, and now he's with the Mets, and I don't know. The Mets is eerie, right? How the Mets are so similar to the Yankees in a lot of ways, right? Oh, the Mets, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, but I think they they didn't want to spend on pitching, and that really hurt them. I think if they would have came into the season with a few some good starters, not Clay Holmes, not some even a Sean Manaea. Manaea was washed, man. Come on, he had a good season with them last year, but he was washed. Like they should have saw that coming. I mean, there wasn't much out there though, but mm. The most dangerous team for top teams right now is the O's. They can still hit, and the young players are hungry. The second most dangerous team is the Marlins. You know what, real build, and that's the thing that yeah, a lot of these teams that we're gonna be facing soon here down the stretch, even though they're out of it, they're not playing for nothing. Their whole goal is to ruin it for us. You know, that's the whole goal of the Orioles. Their whole goal is to be, let's find a way to keep the Yankees out the playoffs, right? If they could do that, it's like they won the World Series. It's like they accomplished something. So that's what I think, man. That's what I think. But hopefully, I don't know, the because teams like the Blue Jays and stuff, these teams it don't look like they slowing down. I just hope that the Yankees can really get hot at the right time. I'm hoping they could get hot at the right time and then really make a push. Make a push. Because anything can happen once you win the playoffs. Once you win there, who knows what happens, right? Maybe Giancarlo Stanton just goes off again and just starts hitting home runs every game, like last year. And then it's you never know, right? You never know. But anyway, folks, I appreciate you joining. If you haven't liked the video, please like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I'm gonna try to keep doing this, man, every day. I know I'm a little like the energy's not there. The show's a little off. I feel off doing the show, right? Especially after taking 10 days off and just my health and everything. But we're gonna get back going. I feel like I lost a lot of momentum. Like I'm looking at my views right now. It's not where it was at, before. That's the thing with YouTube. You got to be consistent. If not, you kind of lose traction, right? But it's all good. It is what it is. I don't do this for views or stuff like that. Man, I do it just to be with like-minded people, be with my Yankee fans and kind of, you know, just talk about our team, right? Talk about baseball. Real Bill says Judge is still getting shots in his toes. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I appreciate it. That's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna get some rest. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Love you guys, man. Have a blessed day. Let's go Yankees. Peace.